Lock in, everybody. This is very serious. When you are choosing fake nails to design for your press-on nails, it is very important. Pick the right size for your nails, because if you don't, then your press-on nails will probably pop off and they won't last as long. But I'm going to throw a monkey wrench into that very statement that I just stated, because I feel like when you buy these, none of them really truly fit. So this is how you get them to fit perfectly. There's a bunch of different fake nails that you can buy off of Amazon. They can be thicker, thinner. Personally, I actually like ones that are a little bendy, just a little bit, because then when I hit them on things, they kind of bend a little bit. I don't really like the super thick press-on nails. Some people do, and it's kind of up to you. First, start doing your own press-on nails at home. You're definitely going to figure out what thickness of the plastic you like. This thickness that is in these Modelones ones is the thickness that I like. It's not super flimsy, but it's not super thick either. Kind of want to find a middle ground, but I don't really want to say too much about this because everybody has what they prefer, and some people like them really, super thick and hardy. And some people like them thin, so I'm kind of in the middle. All right, so I picked this nail right here. It fits my thumb really good. And of course, if you're going to do any kind of filing, I would suggest to wear a good old mask. Let me just stick it in here. Hold it a little bit better. First thing I do is cut it. Now, if you want this whole length, then you don't have to cut it. You probably just want to file off that little dooter right here. I don't know if you can see it. They all have that little point Sharpie part. I always file that off. If I'm going to cut them, this is when I cut them. I usually cut them first because it's best to decide on the length before you file it down because it makes it more even. So I'm going to use a curved nail clipper because I'm going for more of a rounder almond shape. But if you want it square, you're going to want to use a square nail clipper. It will make it easier. Not that it's impossible not to use your curved one, but anyway. So I'm going to take about this much off. I'm going to start from the inner corners. I'm going to cut it off like that. There we go. Then I'm going to cut off the corners because, like I said, I don't want a square. I want a roundy almond shape. There we go. Still a little sharp for me. The curve on this nail clipper really works. So. Okay, now I'm going to take a file, any file, doesn't matter. And I'm just going to go back and forth. This ain't a natural nail, so you can go back and forth. I'm just going to fix the end. I always fix the length first. Do that first. And after I've nicely filed that, I'm going to go ahead and now file the sides. Because like I said, I want it to be a little more of a almond. And when you go to file the side of your nail, you know the natural smile line that you have in your nail. It's where your skin touches your nail plate. Start at the lowest side and then make it even on both sides. Picking the lower part of the smile line, whatever side it is, starting at filing on that side and then mirror it on the other side. And that is how you get your nails shaped evenly on both sides. Now, obviously, this is a press-on nail. It is not a human finger. There is no smile line. I'm just going to eyeball. I'm going to start filing right here, and then I'm going to file right here and try to keep it even on both sides. Of course, you could always paint a line across, but I am just going to eyeball it. So I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to mirror that on this side. Kind of hard to hold the fake nail, but... And if you want a super sharp corner, you hold your file like this. But since I don't, I want it more of a rounder almond, I'm going to lay it more flat and just go around that corner. It's a little easier to do it in real life than with a camera and trying to film it, but it's pretty straightforward. I'm done with the shape, so I'm going to flip it over and file the underside too, because that has that little filey bit there. And once you got the shape that you like, you want to make sure that your fake nail fits sidewall to sidewall. So if it's a little too big, you can file the sides so that it will fit better. And you could also file some of the cuticle line if you need to. But I would suggest maybe just doing 1, 2, 3, 4, and then checking on your natural nail, make sure it fits before you proceed. For me personally, these Modelones fake nails, they're from Amazon and they pretty much fit me, but of course you can always make them fit better. Now we did the length, we did the shape, we made sure the sidewalls fit and the cuticle line fit. What I usually do before I paint them, especially if I paint them with gel polish, I go ahead and I just lightly file the surface of the nail, because gel polish especially likes to stick to a filed surface. Top is filed. Now the only other thing that you could do is file the inside, but these fake nails do come already pre-coursed inside, so you don't really have to file them. But if you're like me, you're gonna need something to hold the press-on nail when you design it, so I usually put some of this nail clay on one of these magni bits, and it's a nail holder and it sticks to here, and then it holds your press-on nail just like that, so that you can comfortably design it. So if you do stick it to nail clay, I have noticed that the nail clay can sometimes leave a little residue behind, not too much, but a little, and you don't want anything in the inside of the press-on nail, because that's another reason why it will just pop off and they won't last as long. After you're all done, let's say you've already designed it and you're not going to put it on this again, I would suggest filing the inside again just a little bit, just to get away any kind of nail clay or anything left behind in the inside. And if you don't have an e-file to file in that, you can just use the smallest file you have and try to just rough it up in there a little bit. And that's going to help your press-on nails last so much longer. This fake nail is fully prepped and ready to be painted.